I am part of a group called Recognise a Better Way, and we're campaigning solidly against the referendum, and we'll do so right through until October 14 or whenever it is. But we are a bit different, and I want to applaud Advance Australia, CPAC itself, Quadrant Magazine, The Spectator, all of those people are helping to give voice against this ridiculous notion of a race-based voice, where we'd have one group alone would have collective rights in the Australian Constitution, which would be appalling. Now, Recognise a Better Way's a little bit different though. We're already thinking of what happens after the referendum, which I'm confident will be defeated, but keep working towards that defeat. We have to think about what language we will use to tackle an Aboriginal industry that keeps about 20% of its own people in penury. 80% of Aboriginal people are doing as well as every other Australian, because up until 30 years or so ago, it was not impolite to say integration was the purpose of Aboriginal affairs. But we have been silenced in that. And I want to say to all those on our side of politics, let's say the coalition, that if you don't use the word integration, you don't know where you're going. It's no use simply saying that we want to be practical. Practical to what end? Any teacher, nurse, mechanic can go to a remote community and do practical stuff. But if you're not trying to get those people either out of that remote community or out of the stupor in which they live, or give them the tools to allow them to adapt to life in the modern world, it's just the world we inherited, then you are doing wrong. Being practical is not the answer. You have to do practical things in the name of integration. And what does integration look like? It looks like Noel Pearson or Marcia Langton. As Dave Price, Jacinta's dad, has said to me often enough, if you want a voice, learn English. That's your voice. And yet we have conspired through all sorts of means to keep Aboriginal people out on collective title, outside the economy, being Aboriginal. And I need to tell you that being Aboriginal is not enough. It's not your life. If you sit there outside the economy and playing out the role of an Aboriginal person, you will die young.